Hi YouTube, back again, and this video is going to be about my experiences with hair color when I was relaxed and being natural now. The first type of color that I ever really experienced with was the rinses. I think it was clear roll, nice and easy. It may have been, I would have to check, but that's the first time I had ever really touched color on my hair, and I didn't really notice a difference in the color except for like when I was outside, but it seemed to me like you would have to really stare at it. So I got rinses for a while, and then like they only last for a couple of washes, so it didn't really make sense to continue doing it. So I stopped getting them, and I would co-wash my hair all the time, so kind of defeated the purpose of it. So I stopped doing that. But later on through my transition, that's when I finally decided maybe I could try permanent hair color. Since I'm gonna have to chop it off anyway, I'll just put it on my relaxed ends, and if it damages it or it's not a good look for it, I guess I'll just big chop a lot sooner than I thought. So the color that I had used when I was relaxed was, I think it was a bronze copper, and I noticed like immediately when I used it, it took so well to my roots that were already like natural, and like the rest of my hair, like it seemed like it made it a little bit lighter, but I guess you could tell, but when you look directly at my roots, that's where you saw it. So I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, why is the color more predominant in my natural hair as opposed to my relaxed hair? So it kind of got me to think, like, I don't know, but that's how that turned out. So my hair afterwards, like, um, the main thing that I didn't like about it was that my hair seemed to be like really, my relaxed end seemed to be like really matted when I had to like, put moisturizer in it to like make it undry. They were really matted, and it seemed like I had to use a lot of moisturizer to keep it dry, but I don't know if that's because of the transition. I don't know, but my natural roots, like, they seem to be pretty good. Like, it came with a conditioner and it came with a shampoo that was supposed to be for your hair, and it seemed to take really well in my natural roots. I don't know why. Like, maybe it's not for relaxed hair. I don't know, but how did it go for me? My relaxed hair, like, I guess it went okay. Like, it was pretty dry for a couple of days, so I had to continuously put moisture, and it seemed like it was pretty stiff. I'll say that. It was kind of stiff a little bit, but again, like, that was for the first week. Like, after I started my deep conditionings, like, every week, it got better. So I guess it was a good experience. But the color that I first wanted, it was, like I said, it was a copper brown, and like it didn't really show that well. And I was going for something that was like more of a, I don't want to say reddish brown, but more of like a kind of gold brown, if that makes any sense. Like, I was going for that, but I didn't really get that. So I was like, okay, I guess that didn't work out. So, you know, that went the way it went, and I'll put a picture to show how it was when I had the color in. A little bit after that, which was the 4th month of my transition, that's when I decided that I was done. So I had cut off my relaxed ends, and of course the color stayed in my hair, but it looked to me like it was just brown because my hair was like already a dark brown and looked just a little bit lighter. But I guess when my hair grew out in the roots, I was able to see, like, the two different tones. So I was like, okay, well, now I see that it was, a little brighter. So um I colored exactly, I think, 8 or 9 weeks. That's exactly what the directions had instructed. You do your roots or a touch up every 8 or 9 weeks. So I probably waited like 8 or 9 weeks, and then I had got the color of, what is this? I don't even know why I still have this box, but it was a golden copper. Yeah, golden copper, and it's cream of nature. This is what it looks like. See, like, hers is like more of a blonde type brown, and I guess that's what I was going for, but I mean, I like the results. But yeah, so this was the color, that was the brand, and again, it comes with this little, if your color is this, you'll get that. If your color is that, I'll get that. And I figured, let me try going a little bit lighter and maybe I'll get what I wanted. So basically what happened is I colored my hair, and of course it started immediately taking to my hair, and it looked so bright. I was like, wow, like this is what I wanted the first time around, and I got that instead of getting like, you know, exactly like that what I wanted, or like, you know, like in the highlights it seems like it's a little bit lighter. Y'all could see that. Yeah, but anyway, so all in all, I'm happy with the way it came out. Like, I like it a lot, and a lot of people like it a lot, and it's actually starting to grow out a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like from this area right here is new growth, and that's the color. But I'll just show like pictures of what it looks like. But yeah, like the color was awesome. It took really well to my natural hair, you know, this time since the relaxants were gone, so I guess it wasn't like spotchy, and it's awesome. I like coloring, and think I'm gonna continue to do it. My hair after coloring, been pretty fine to me. Like, I noticed I didn't see the matting when I had to wash it out. Like, my hair, like, I don't know if it makes sense, but it seemed to me like my curls popped a lot more after I had colored for a second time. Like, I don't know, it's weird, but it seems like my curls are like way more spirally and predominant now that I have the color in, and it just looks way better in the light to me. Like, instead of having like, you know, like, to me, in my opinion, the dark or dark brown type color, like, it's no fun to me. I don't know, I like to color. But I didn't notice any type of dryness or any type of matting. It didn't seem like it was any breakage in it, and it seemed like it made my curls better. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else had that experience, but my curls were a lot curlier, and I don't think it loosened my curl pattern or changed it or anything. Like, to me, it seemed like it made it a lot better. Like, instead of it being all clustered together and tight, it seemed like it's like more defined. Like, I don't know. But I like the results of it, and I'm going to continue to do it. And I guess if I ever see a change, that's when I'll stop. But I like this color, and I think I'm going to continue to do it because I'm getting good results from it so far, and it hasn't really steered me wrong so far, so why not continue it? I've seen a lot of videos about a lot of women complain about, you know, your hair first growing out, so that's when it's at its strongest, but later on over time, that's when it gets a little weaker, and that's when they stop coloring, or they just altogether decide to grow it out. But I'm not having any problems so far, so I don't see why not continue, you know, the process if it's good for you. But I don't know, it might be different for everybody else. I personally had a good experience, upside down, good experience with this brand, and I don't think I'll change the color of it, go any lighter, because this is like perfect. I like it a lot. So I'm going to keep it. And I guess that's really basically it. So that's my experience with coloring, and hopefully, you know, if you have any questions or anything regarding that I may not have touched on, you could leave a comment in the box, and that's it. Bye, guys.